Hello dear friends, welcome back to my channel and to the last episode, episode 7 of my book that I've written, Life After Depression. It's been such a joy sharing this with you, and I do hope that you've enjoyed it and that you'll enjoy the last episode today. So if there's anybody who's joining me for the first time on this video, then go back and listen from episode 1, and you can catch up with all the other missing chapters. Episode 7. If I could have known then what I know now, after studying the mind in more detail, I would have known that our subconscious mind has the power and the ability to heal us if we only give it a chance. Just think about it for a moment. When we cut ourselves, our body immediately sets about healing the wound. Why would the same not apply to healing our minds? Our subconscious minds are specifically designed by our Creator to, apart from many other duties, assist our bodies in the repair of malfunctioning cells. Does it not sound fair that the same principle could apply to our minds? I don't know if this is something one could practice. Perhaps it's too soon to know. But if one has to reach a certain level of abandonment in life in order to throw in the towel and start trusting something other than one's own understanding of how things work. I know this might sound like a crazy story, but I promise you, I have proof that adopting this new way of life works. It's working for me. Nothing, absolutely nothing in life is just a coincidence. Even if by having suffered this way, I'm able to understand one other person's depression and anxiety, and am able to help in the smallest way, that will be enough of a reward for me. Yes, I can't believe that I've just said that. It's such a huge statement for me. I've always been totally self-absorbed in my misery, but there has got to be some opportunity in this life experience that I have gone through to do some good, to help someone else. And maybe this is my opportunity, the opportunity that I've taken to share with you exactly what I've been through. It is possibly not too different from lots of other life stories, but it's my story, and that makes it special to me, just as your story is special to you. Maybe you're feeling just like I felt for so many years. Maybe you feel like you're never going to be normal like everyone else in the world appears to be. Maybe you're even contemplating ending your life as you're reading this. Perhaps you're just too tired to go on. Life doesn't have to be such hard work. Give the job away. Give it a try. But then really give it away and see if you can start to find some enjoyment in your life. Handling the situation like you are is not working for you, so you might as well try something different. What have you got to lose? This step doesn't mean you're losing control of your life, it's just the opposite. Sometimes we have to give up control to actually gain control. This may sound cryptic, but since I've given up control of issues that are too difficult for me to handle, I really feel in control of myself for the first time in a very, very long time. It's not your job to worry anymore about things you can do nothing about. I dare you to try handing over your problem, even if it's just for a limited period of time. But during that time, promise yourself you will not take the problem back. Every time you start to worry or feel depression coming on, let that be your cue. Let that remind you that you've done everything you can and you've given the problem away. Live your life. Love your life. Try to find joy in the small things. Take the chance. And don't ever forget to take your medication. If you're feeling nervous about taking this step, perhaps you could ask a friend or a family member to assist you and to be at your side for a time while you get used to the idea of handling the problem differently. Perhaps you could consult with someone who could show you how to practice meditation. Perhaps you could even start yoga. I do know that Christian belief, unfortunately, sees these forms of relaxation as connected to Eastern religion in some instances, and this is not at all true. You take out of everything in life exactly what you want from it. There are many ways to stay calm and to get in touch with your subconscious mind. Until you get used to this new way of thinking, these activities will make you feel like you're still doing something about it, whilst you're practicing daily to let the depression leave you more and more. On those days when the gap between feeling depressed and feeling healed feels so wide, find a quiet place to relax and quiet your mind. A helpful way to do this is to concentrate on one thing. For example, your breathing. When you're concentrating on one thing, as I said, your breathing, it stops other thoughts coming into your mind. As you do this, feel yourself becoming more centered as you're concentrating on one thing. Now, starting from the top of your head, slowly move down your body, concentrating on relaxing every part of your body. When you've reached your toes, you should feel quite relaxed. Now take yourself to a private place in your mind, somewhere that you would choose to be if you imagined paradise. Whatever feels good for you. Perhaps it's a beach, perhaps a forest walk. Every time you repeat this exercise in the future, you can take yourself back to the same place. It'll become your special place. Now that you're there, visualize your life as absolutely perfect. You are completely safe in this place. Nothing can touch you. No one can hurt you. No one can harm you. No illness or condition of any description can affect you here. Tell yourself that this feeling that you have in this safe place can be taken into your daily life. If you ever feel anxious in the future, bring yourself back to this place of peace and calm. And use this as part of learning your meditation. Whatever your visualization is, make it feel as real as possible. Immediately you will start to feel a lightness. You've put down something that you've been carrying around with you for most of your life. Enjoy this feeling. Stay in that relaxed state for a while, lapping up this new, wonderful lightness. Now tell yourself that the burden that you've put down is gone forever. Repeat this exercise daily for as long as you feel you need to. Remember, your subconscious mind takes what you tell it repeatedly and makes it real. That is why children who are brought up being told that they are clever and good looking are so much more likely to succeed than the child who does not receive that sort of encouragement. It's all about repetition. Repetition, repetition. Every day, take yourself back to your special place. Enjoy the feelings of lightness, happiness, calmness, and peacefulness that you experience there. These feelings will eventually become part of your daily life. But, and this is a huge but, do not stop taking your medication. Just because you've found a new way of coping with your depression does not mean a physical problem that exists has disappeared. You've been prescribed your medication for a reason. Remember what we discussed earlier. You have a disorder that requires that you take medication, possibly for the rest of your life. The only difference is you are now coping with the disorder more efficiently on a day-to-day basis. Two months since my last episode. It's been 2 months since my last episode of depression. That in itself is a miracle. I've never gone through a period of more than 4 to 6 weeks without a bout of depression. The best part of this whole new exercise has been the ease with which I've been able to carry it out. It seems the minute I gave in to a power much greater than myself and admitted that I would accept the help, all was well. Things started to improve immediately. Of course there are stresses attached to daily living, but none so great that they are going to overwhelm me to such an extent ever again. I'm able to appreciate and enjoy each day for the joy that that day brings. I have discovered that dwelling in the past and worrying about the future are such a waste of energy. No wonder I used to be so tired all the time. I'm going to continue to write this as a journal over a long period of time to prove to myself and to you who have suffered like I have that this is not a 7-day wonder. Keep in mind, nothing radical has changed in my life to make me feel any better. My situation and living conditions are still exactly the same. I'm still looking for the perfect man. Yes, I know he doesn't exist. I still wish I weighed half my current weight. I've still got more months than money, and the problems go on and on. Now, when I said I was no longer responsible for my life, I wasn't letting myself completely off the hook. But like anyone who's convalescing from a major illness or accident, I gave myself permission to take the last couple of months off. Psychological and emotional vacation, if you like. I'm aware that as babies we're looked after and steered in the right direction by our parents. And as adults, we have to start making some choices of our own. The choice I have made for myself is to practice daily happiness and peacefulness. And nobody on this earth can give it to me but me. Make the choice now to enjoy daily happiness and peace. Take the step. Do it now. I'm also aware there's still times of hardship and sadness ahead of me. And there are great joys to be experienced, but my inner happiness and peace cannot be taken away from me again. I know it will never leave me, because I will always love me, because I now know how special I am. And life has lots to offer me, and I'm going to trust life. Why should life fail me? I don't know if in my humble, non-Freudian way, I can be of any help to people suffering from depression. But I do know I have a passion to help. And where I lack formal education on the subject, I certainly make up for it in life experience. I have so much more sympathy for someone suffering from a mental illness than one in physical pain. Maybe because I can relate to the emotional pain so much more. If you are reading this and are in a state of depression at present, please know there is someone who cares. It doesn't feel like it, I know. But if I could take just half of your suffering right this minute, I would. If I were asked to give advice to those suffering from depression from my own experience, I would say stop trying so hard and start trusting. Not for one moment am I discounting the benefits of counseling and medication. I don't know where I would have been without these aids. My therapist helped me through many dark years, and my medication brought levels back to where they should have been. What I am saying is, don't write off the power of your God-given mind, your own mind. It has the ability to heal you. We have been provided with a subconscious mind that is continually aware of our physical and emotional needs. It is your subconscious mind that keeps you breathing when you sleep. Don't you think it might have some idea of how to heal you if you just let it try? Another 2 months have passed. I'm still fine. I can't tell you how great I feel. Every day has become enjoyable. I've learned so much lately. I used to see my life as such a long road, which it is. The difference now being that I'm only concentrating on the steps that I'm walking today. The wrong turns I took earlier in the road are over. I can't do anything to change them. The directions and choices on the road tomorrow are not worth worrying about. They're out of my control anyway. I might fall into a hole. I might need help. And I might find great joy, who knows. I'm just going to enjoy the trip. Apart from discovering this really works for me, it is just so much easier, and I've always enjoyed the easier route. What it does require, though, is trust, and lots of it. Once again, we come back to our key. Stop trying so hard and start trusting. The other factor I've learned about this road of life is the holes and bumps are necessary, and they are there for a reason, even though they seem to be so hurtful at the time. I can do without life's lessons, you're thinking, aren't you? I know what you mean, but how would we know joy if we never experienced sorrow? I wouldn't be sharing my life experience of depression with you if I hadn't suffered as I have. With the work I do today with people who suffer, I know that it was all worth it. Without trying to sound too much like Mother Teresa, if I can help just one depressed person feel better by reading my story, then my job is done. This has been an eventful time, somewhat hurtful, very fulfilling, but mostly I've learned that tomorrow the sun will come up, no matter what I think about it. And tomorrow will also take care of itself, with or without my help. Yes, I've had days when I've jumped back into the driver's seat, when the chauffeur was doing such a perfect job driving the car and choosing the best route to take along the busy and the potholed road, keeping control of the vehicle. But I'm human, And that's what we humans do. We're so full of our own self-importance, we mostly forget that we don't know everything about everything. And today is once again the first day of the rest of my life. My journey, my road. I took over the driving for a while, and guess what? I drove straight into a rhetorical hole. I've given up the driver's job again, and I'm going to trust that the designated driver knows the best route along this road. I trust the journey is going to be filled, once again, with love, peace, and abundance. 8 months have passed since my last sharing. And yes, I'm still fine. It's now 16 months since my last episode of depression. I know without a doubt that I am well. Only someone who has really experienced the depths of depression will know exactly how euphoric it feels on a day-to-day basis to feel like I do. To go to bed at night and not have to worry about how I'm going to feel when I wake up in the morning. And yes, I still do take my medication. So much has happened in the last 8 months. I've met a man. He's turned out to be exactly the gift I needed. We are in a committed relationship and very much in love with each other. We spend lots of time together, chatting, walking on the beach, sharing our joys and concerns, and generally being best friends. I am so grateful for him. Thank you for taking the time to share my experiences with me. I hope you've gained something from reading or listening to my little book. Similarly, you might be living with or know of a depression sufferer. I hope this has helped you to understand just a little more about the condition. Remember, trust life. It can be trusted. It is good. Make a decision to be happy today and remind yourself of your decision every day. Perhaps you will have to paste up a reminder above the toothbrush holder until you get into the habit, and then you'll never turn back. But most importantly, stop trying so hard and start trusting. I'm living proof that it works. I'm no longer a depression sufferer. I am a depression survivor. And most importantly, never stop taking your medication. Thank you for joining me while I read my book to you. And if just one person gains just a tiny little bit of peace out of reading my story or listening to my story, then it was all worth it. Until next time, bye for now.